Hello friends and dear students. I am Dr. Muhammad Rizwan, Associate Professor and HOD, Department of Pathology at Dr. MIJT Unani Medical College, Warsaw, Mumbai. Today's my topic is Introduction to Unani Medicine as a Science. Unani medicine has a fascinating history with its origin in ancient Greece. The Unani system of medicine is traced to the system of Greek medicine, which was considerably elaborated and developed during the Arab civilization. This system is also called the Greco-Arab system of medicine. The name Unani, Ionian, is considered indicative of the Greek origin of the system, though the European historian call it Arab medicine, now prevalent in India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, etc. The Greco-Arab medicine is both very old and very modern. As we have seen, it was practiced by the Hippocrates over 2400 years ago. Asclepius represents the healing aspect of the medical arts. His daughters are hygiene, Iaso, medicines, Asseso, healing, and Panacea, universal remedies. The Unani system survived in India during the British period. An outstanding physician and scholar of the Unani medicine, which is known as Hakim Ajmal Khan. It is a photo of renowned physician Hakim Ajmal Khan. This system of medicine is based on the ancient Greek theory of four basic elements, namely air, earth, fire, and water, and four bodily fluids, humors, akhlat, namely blood, phlegm, black bile, and yellow bile. Hippocrates further described that there is special ability hidden in every individual called the defensive mechanism of the body, or in language of Unani, that is tabiyat mudabbire badan. The temperaments of person are expressed by the terms sanguine, phlegmatic, choleric, and melancholic according to the preponderance of human blood, phlegm, yellow and black bile in them. The human body is composed of the seven natural and basic components called umure tabiya, which are responsible for the existence of human body and maintenance of the health. That figure shows the akhlat and temperament, and that is the arkan, mizaj, akhlat, aza, arwa, quwa, and afal, that is umur tabiya. Diagnosis in Unani system of medicine. For the diagnosis of a disease, the most important aspect are inspection in Unani medicine, inspection of nerves, examination of bowel, urine, and brass. Four fundamentals of treatment in Unani system of medicines are ilaj bit tadbir, that is regimental therapy, ilaj bil ghiza, that is dietotherapy, ilaj bil dawa, that is pharmacotherapy, and ilaj bil yad, that is surgery. These are modes of treatments. It is ilaj bil ghiza, dietotherapy. Diet therapy, in this module, alteration in the quality and quantity of the diet is suggested. Sometimes the patient are asked to restrict their intake of food. A balanced diet is suggested for malnourished patient. In case of weakness of certain organ, intake of the same organ from animal sources is advised. Example, in the weakness of the liver, patient are advised to have liver from livestock. Sometimes the patient is even asked to forgive food altogether. These are a kind of ilaj bit tadbir, that is a regimental therapy. Cupping, leeching, bloodletting, massage therapy, and diuresis, exercise. These are the types of the ilaj bit tadbir. Ilaj bil dawa, pharmacotherapy. In pharmacotherapy, drugs of natural origin are used in the Unani system of medicine. They may be of plant, animal, or mineral origin. Single drugs as well as the compound formulation in the form of the sufuf, powder, habub, pills, and kurs tablets, kushtajat, oxidized, sharbat, syrup, and majun, itrifal, and khamirajat are used in the treatment of various complex and chronic disorders. These are the drugs and medicine which is used in the Unani system. And the last thing is the jarahat surgery. Dear students, the conclusion is the Unani system of medicine is originated in Greece, transferred to the Arab, and adopted to the India. It depends upon akhlaq, mizaj, and umur tabiya. And mode of the diagnosis are examination of pulse, urine, and fecal matter. And mode of treatment of Unani medicine is regimental therapy, dietotherapy, pharmacotherapy, and surgery. Scientific basis of Unani medicine. Dear students, Unani system of medicine achieved marked growth, enriching its practice even across boundaries of country in Middle East and Central Asia, and successfully applied its principles to the local geo-human environment to become one of the major traditional systems of medicine in India. It started undertaking modern research for the molecular effects of its drugs as early as 1920s. The system also took the lead in successfully institutionalizing education and medical practice by setting up curricula, colleges, and professional associations. They had also initiated the use of surgery as method of the treatment. Hippocrates was the overarching physician of the classical period of Unani medical history. The three fundamentals of Hippocratic medicine were observations, experience, and rational principles, which still hold valid in the field of medicine and science till now. The fundamentals of Unani research methodology. Research in Unani medicine is based on scientific principles of hypothesis and experiments. Galen, which is known as the Jalinus, had further detailed the need of three means of research, that is, knowledge of structure, functioning objects, and use of logic. Here, few examples are discussed to show his creative thoughts of investigations. He critically observed the clinical difference of usual wound and wound by rabid dog bite, how the clinical course of both the wounds differs with times. He mentioned efficacy of external and oral antidotes for toxic animal bites and later hypothesized their mode of action. He discussed the pioneer approach of physicians for pathology of inflammation and their efforts to establish its line of treatment using Unani herbs like mako, babuna, hulba, and tukhmekata. These are steps of research and development by past Unani physicians. In its course of time, Unani system had been updated to satisfy the current needs of the era by past physicians. Observations are different in nature, physical appearance, and emotion of mankind made Galen to ponder, and ultimately he put forward the very important concept of mizaj, temperament, at its assessment by tabiyat, badan, and nafs. Razes, his book Barossa, explores the emergency management of several acute and chronic disease described systemically. His famous work of clinical difference between Judri and Hasba and his favorism towards ilmechemia chemistry are also influential works. Dear students, so as conclusion, the Unani physicians adopted and accepted scientific base of Unani system of medicine from the beginning to the modern era. From Hippocrates to the Ajmal Khan, from akhlaq, humors, temperaments, and arkan to the molecular effects, conventional use of Unani medicine. Dear students, Unani medicine are now in great demand in the developing world for primary health care, not because they are inexpensive, but also for better cultural accessibility, better compatibility with the human body, and minimal side effects. Difference of Unani and allopathic drugs. Although superficial, similar, Unani medicine and conventional pharmacotherapy have three important differences. Number one, use of whole plants. Herbalists generally use impurified plant extract containing several different constituents. And second one is combined herb. Often several different herbs are used together. Practitioners say that the principle of synergy and buffering apply to combinations of plants and claim that combining herbs improve efficacy and reduce adverse effects. And third one is diagnosis. Unani practitioners use different diagnostic principles from conventional practitioners. For example, When treating arthritis, they might observe under functioning of patient's symptom of eliminations and decide that the arthritis result from an accumulation of metabolic waste products. A diuretic, cholinergic, or laxative combination of herbs might then be prescribed alongside herbs with anti-inflammatory properties. So, why the people use Unani medicine? Unani medicine is now being used by increasing number of patients who typically do not report to their clinicians concomitant use. There are multiple reasons for patient turning to Unani therapies. Often cited is a sense of control, a mental comfort from taking actions, which helps explain why many people taking herbs have diseases that are chronic or incurable, like diabetes, cancer, arthritis, and AIDS. In such situation, they often believe that conventional medicine has failed them. When patients use home remedies for acute, often self-limiting conditions such as cold, sore throat, or bee sitting, it is often because professional care is not immediately available, too inconvenient, costly, or time consuming. The people believe that where an area gives rise to a particular disease, it will also support plants that can be used to cure it. And third reason is natural plant products are perceived to be healthier than the manufacturer's medicine. Additional report of adverse effects of conventional medicine are found in the lay press at a much higher rate than reports of Unani toxicities. Unani remedies are popular among patients with coronary disease. Classically trained physicians cannot ignore Unani medicine anymore. They must realize that large number of patients are using Unani medicines. They must have adequate knowledge and should be more open to discuss with their patients regarding herbal medicines. The public should be better protected and informed on Unani medicine, and doctors should take an active part in this process. So, dear students, as a conclusion, the Unani system of medicine is very acceptable among people due to its minimum side effects and due to its usefulness in respiratory tract infections, in GIT, in nervous system, in skin diseases, and sexual problems. Thank you so much.